This man ran a bank for more than a decade. It took him just 8 weeks to destroy it. With 11 wire transfers he made himself. $47 million gone. And here's the part nobody could believe. He thought he was saving the bank because on the other side of those wires was a text message. The same text message that is probably sitting in your phone right now. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how the machine on the other end works, who's really typing those texts, and why the FBI calls this the most profitable crime in human history. This is Dead Money. Elkhart, Kansas. Population 1900. The kind of town where the bank knows your name, your farm, and your grandfather's farm. And no one was more trusted here than Shan Hanes, church elder, school board member. He'd testified before Congress on behalf of small-town banks. He was the bank. So in late 2022, when a message from an unknown number landed on his phone, he did what everyone does. He answered. It looked like a wrong number, a friendly stranger, a little small talk. Then, over the weeks, investment talk, crypto. She was making money, real money, and she was willing to show him how. Hanes started small, a few $1,000s of his own money onto a slick trading platform. The numbers went up. He put in more. The numbers went up. What he didn't know, what tens of thousands of Americans didn't know, is that the platform was a stage set. Every chart, every gain, every number on that screen was fiction. To understand what happened next, you need to see the trap from the inside, because it's engineered better than most legal businesses. Scammers call it Shan Hanes, pig butchering. You don't rob the victim, you feed them. Step 1. The accidental text. Millions of them sent daily. Step 2. The friendship. Weeks of it. No money mentioned. You are the pig, being fattened. Step 3. The platform. A fake exchange, beautiful, professional, showing you exactly the gains they want you to see. Step 4. And this is the genius, the taste. They let you withdraw. Once. Real money back in your account. Proof it works. And then, the slaughter. You go big. And the moment you try to pull your money out, there's a problem, a tax, a fee, a frozen account that just needs one more deposit to unlock. That's the moment the trap closes, because now the victim isn't investing, they're rescuing, chasing their own money. And a rescuer will burn everything. By spring 2023, Shan Hanes had burned through his savings, then his investment club's money, then $1,200 from his own church, then his daughter's college fund. Every wire was going to unlock the last one. And on May 30th, 2023, he crossed the final line. He started wiring money that wasn't his, the bank's money. What he did over the next 8 weeks broke a 40-year record in American banking, and almost nobody outside Kansas heard about it. 11 transfers, May 30th to July 7th, 2023. 5 million, then 8, then 10. $47.1 million, from a bank whose entire net worth was a fraction of that. He even asked a wealthy customer for a $12 million loan to pay the final fee that would release it all. There was no fee. There was no fund. There was never anything. On July 28, 2023, federal regulators walked into Heartland Tri-State Bank and shut it down. One of only 5 banks in the entire United States to fail that year, and the only one killed by a text message. Farmers who'd banked there for generations watched their community's bank vanish over a weekend. Shareholders, neighbors, retirees lost $9 million. In court, Hanes said he believed until the very end that the money was real. The judge gave him 24 years, the longest white-collar sentence in Kansas history. The FBI clawed back $8 million for the shareholders. The other $39 million had already left the country, because here's the question the FBI still had. $47 million doesn't disappear. Someone was on the other end of that phone, and when investigators finally found them, it was worse than anyone imagined. The woman texting Shan Hanes was almost certainly not a woman, and possibly not even a criminal. Follow the money across the Pacific, and you reach walled compounds in Cambodia and Myanmar. Office towers with barred windows and razor wire facing in. Inside, Thousands of workers, many trafficked there by fake job ads, passports confiscated, beaten if they miss quota. Their job? Run 20 phones at once. Be Rachel. Be Emma. Fatten the pigs, 10 hours a day. This is organized crime at industrial scale. One empire alone, the Prince Group, run by a Cambodian tycoon named Chen Zhi, was pulling in, by his own boast, $30 million a day. In October 2025, the US Department of Justice hit back. They seized 127,000 Bitcoin from Chen Zhi's wallets. $15 billion. The largest forfeiture in American history, bigger than the GDP of 40 countries. And this story is still moving. January 2026, Chen Zhi, arrested in Cambodia, handed to China. 3 weeks ago, the US Treasury expanded sanctions across his entire network. Compounds are being raided, kingpins are falling. But here's the uncomfortable math. Researchers estimate pig butchering has taken over $75 billion worldwide. The seizures haven't returned most of it. And tonight, the compound still standing will send another few million texts. So, the rules. And they're absolute. 1. A wrong number text that keeps talking? It's not a coincidence. It's a script. 2. No legitimate investment lets a stranger walk you onto a platform you've never heard of. 3. If you must pay a fee to withdraw your own money, the money is already gone. Stop. And 4. This is the hard one. Talk about it. Shan Hanes never did. The victims who survive this are the ones who tell someone. The pig doesn't know it's being fattened. Now, you do. If you made it this far, you're exactly who this channel is for. Dead Money tells the true stories of money that got people killed, robbed, or ruined, so it never happens to yours. Subscribe and tell me in the comments, at which minute did you realize you could have fallen for this? Someone you love got one of these texts this week. Send them this video.